It's Wednesday, August 22nd, 2012. I'm Kevin McShann, and this is the McShann Entertainment News Now report.
I try to not think about it as replacing Regency. Nobody can ever do that. I think if you put it in that aspect, you think about it, it's just too big. So I just look at it as an opportunity to go on TV and tell stories and have fun, entertain myself and other people, and not look at the big magnitude and scope of it. And trust me, I trip out. Yeah. And you and I sit here talking about how we're country and where we come from, and I'm like, man, I grew up in the country, and then I go to Germany, and then I come back to the States, and I'm supposed to play football, then I play football 15 great years, and then I'm on Fox now, and then all of a sudden I had an opportunity for this. It blows my mind, too. I don't get it. I'm just riding the wave. I'm enjoying it. I ride the wave, but I think the show fits my personality. I get along with Kelly great. I'm very hard to get along with her, but anybody.
You guys do have chemistry.
I get along with her great. I love her. She's really a sweetheart. And what you see on the show, when you get off the show, which is very much me. If you see me now, this is what you're going to get. Because I'm not trying to fool anybody and be something that I'm not, because it's too hard to enough of those things. And, but it's a contrast. Here I am, this big athlete guy. Here she is, athletic with this little woman. It's just the two contrasts. But I think we relate in a lot of ways because of the kids and family and just, life in general and how we move around and the things that happen.
How does it feel though when you hear people say Michael Strahan is the front runner for this job? No? Do you think you're the front runner?
I try not to picture myself in that.
No?
I'm going to get my hopes up. I've never done that. Even when I was playing, I never did it. I never watched, go back, I had a great year, watch some film. Here. Because I felt like once I started doing that, then I would go, slag.
Well, you have people, a lot of people love Neil Patrick Harris, and he came out and said, this is a great gig. I love it, but I'm not going to do it. I live in L.A. I tape in L.A. You live in L.A. You tape in L.A.
But I take one day a week in L.A. I take one day a week during the football season on Sundays. So me,
you could do both?
I can do both. Yeah, because to me,
it's
Sunday. What I do, of course, I do both. I do both in a heartbeat. I like to work. I love to work. I love to work doing work that I like. So for me, it would be Monday through Friday, New York, and then I come out here and do the show, NFL show on Sunday, and I go back and do the show again. It would definitely work.
What I read today was sources say Live with Kelly officials are getting closer to nailing down a deal with Michael Strahan.
I hope so. You read something Michael Strahan didn't read, but Michael Strahan's hoping so.
So if they offered you the gig, you'd be like, New York City.
The gig got to be in New York before the gig drive, of course.
Yeah, you gotta love his candor. This tonight's Nichelle Turner joining me now from Hollywood. So Nichelle, Michael certainly has a much different tone than other guest co-hosts we've heard from in the past. He's available. I think he's got a little too much time on his hands. He says he wants the job. But did it give you any sense that something is definitely in the works? He was being a little coy.
Yeah, he was, AJ. I asked him that, though, and he talked to me about timing and how Kelly's deal took about a year when she came in. And Michael says he's hearing exactly what we're all hearing at this point, that they're going through a process. But if he is the front runner, he's happy to jump on board. Michael also says, he doesn't feel any pressure. He's just kind of going with the flow, and if they want him to take the job, he's all theirs. And you know what, AJ, full disclosure here, I'm a little biased when it comes to Strahan, but I would love it. I love that guy, and I think he and Kelly are great together.
Yeah, they are terrific together. All right, Nichelle, that's great. Thank you so much.
Chemistry is the ultimate gauge of conversational compatibility, cohesiveness, and comfortability. And after nearly a 9-month search and approximately 59 men and women, the staff at Live with Kelly and Ripa herself have come to a final decision as to who will fill the co-host chair next to Ripa on a daily basis, and they've tapped the trademark gap and larger-than-life personality of former New York Giants Super Bowl champion defensive end and current Fox NFL Sunday broadcaster Michael Strahan for the job. Strahan will make his debut on September the 4th. Broadcasting and Cable first reported the new pairing on Tuesday. Since Philbin's departure on November 18th of last year, Strahan has served as Ripa's right-hand man a grand total of 15 times. He is also expected to keep his presence felt on Fox NFL Sunday each and every week, making the cross-country trek from New York to Los Angeles. Strahan's last appearance on Live came on July the 3rd as a guest co-host. The former 15-year NFL veteran also dabbled in the world of comedic sitcoms following his retirement. However, his ill-fated sitcom brothers only lasted one season. With that being said, his new gig next to Ripa should provide him with ultimate job security. After all, the last man to hold that post lasted 28 years. Other men who competed for the coveted gig next to Ripa included newsman Anderson Cooper, The Bachelor host Chris Harrison, former 98 Degrees band member Nick Lachey, and singer Josh Groban were also viewed as coveted contenders for the job. Both executive producer Michael Gelman and Kelly Ripa herself recently took some time to discuss the process, the energy, and the effort that went into forming the criteria for the eventual replacement for the lovable Regis.
Was there a master plan after Regis announced that he was leaving?
The master plan was to let it unfold organically. So it's going spectacularly. The ratings are good. You're loving the different hosts from Kelly. I would say, we'd like to get it done this year. How's that?
Live with Kelly will eventually be live with Kelly and someone else. That's always been the plan, and the revolving door of guest host is just part of finding the right person to join Kelly Ripa each weekday morning. What do you want? What makes good chemistry?
For me, I think chemistry is always very hard for the person in the situation to judge. That's more for the audience, because I can't tell. I'm a Libra. I don't know if you follow astrology at all, but I feel like I get along with everyone. So everybody who's there that day is my favorite.
Ripa says she's looking for someone who is a natural conversationalist and someone who relates to the audience. But she says the decision is too important to be left up to her.
I feel like I should have input, but it's a much bigger decision than just me, because the audience has to factor in. The audience has to love the host. Gelman has to love the host. All of the producers have to love the host. The network has to love the host. Everybody has to love the host, not just me.
Making his on-camera debut has seemed to be a seamless and somewhat flawless transition for a man who terrorized quarterbacks for a decade and a half as a member of the Big Blue, and now he is afforded the opportunity to take his experiences both on and off the gridiron as he attempts to relate to everyday people 5 days a week as the new permanent co-host for one of daytime television's most popular talk shows. His charismatic and gravitational pull of a persona should serve him well as he serves in his new role as Kelly Ripa's on-air teddy bear. The two of them have certainly conducted this conductor's train before. It's an interesting dynamic and one we'll all be watching to see how it grows and prospers as a new era of daytime television begins. We'll see if the folks at ABC have scored a Hall of Fame pairing on September the 4th as Live with Kelly and Michael begins its daytime exploration. I'm Kevin McShann from McShann Entertainment News Now. Report.